So yeah, hello, what's up? How you guys doing? It's a beautiful day today, and I'm gonna take you through how "Get It" was produced, a song for an artist called Ara. I cannot really remember what I actually started with during the production, but then I'll just take you through the various instruments that are basically found in the song. We'd start with the trumpets. You know. Okay, so basically, there you have it. That was the chord that I used for the trumpets, and that begins the song as the intro. After the first portion of it plays, I added a French solo horn, which is this, and it's quite similar to the sound of the trumpet. So if you don't listen, you don't even hear it. Let me solo and play it out for you. Yeah, so that's how the French horn sounds. And so basically, the aim of the French horn is to brace the trumpet sound, to improve the sound. So the listener, mere listener who doesn't have a good ear, would just only hear it as just the trumpet, but there's a French horn in between in certain portions. And then I added Afro-Cuban piano. Now, if you can listen very well, you'd realize that this Cuban piano is panned. Yes, it is panned, and the pan keeps switching. That is from a plugin called Pancake. It's a plugin called Pancake and a preset called Slow Walker. And there's a third-party plugin, so you can go get it and then try it out. There are a number of presets that it comes with. So that's what I did to the piano there. And then I moved on to a Yamaha piano, which played this chord for me. It's quite similar to the trumpet, but then there's an introduction of a second chord that braces it. And I've also used Pancake. I panned it, but then I did a customized Pancake. So the panning of this one is different from the first Cuban piano. So when you play it with a trumpet, this is how it sounds. And then, right after doing that, I moved on to the drum patterns. With that one, I played with custom effects. So I just solo and played them out for you. This is a kick, well compressed. Without a compression, this is how it sounds. So I compressed to give it a definite sound that I want, and I had it. Now it's not always that you need to compress your kick. You don't always have to compress your kick every single time. You need to listen to the kick and how it sounds in the mix. If you like the way it sounds, if you like the attack, the release of the kick, then you leave it that way. If you don't, then you do a compression. If the compression is not too good for you, then you can go ahead and even run an equalization before you compress. And so yeah, the next thing was a snare. Oh wait, is that a clap? Let me see. Yeah, snare. So a snare sample I used, and I reverbed it a little bit, so that's why you can hear it sounding quite far. And then I moved on to this instrument. So a closed hi-hat and an open hi-hat and an open hi-hat, yes, was what I used. Then I decided to create something like an intro, kind of intro before the artist starts singing. So I put a stubby bass Now you can see that this bass is similar to the Because of You beat I did earlier on, where I made the bass glide. But then the notes below don't glide. So this is how the bass plays in the song. Exactly. It ends like that. And then when that part, the tip cuts off, this comes in from Drum Pro. Drum Pro is also a third-party plugin, very, very good drum machine. And if you're looking for an easy way of just arranging beats without suffering, I think Drum Pro is the way to go. Quite cool presets, so you can go grab yourself Drum Pro. And then from that, I moved on to put in this effect. And that's basically a djembe you are hearing. That's basically a djembe instrument that you are actually hearing. So I put that there, and then I added this. This is actually rearranged. I'll put it that way. It's actually a clap. But in actual fact, this clap does not exist in production. You need to create it. And so I created this. So when it plays around that session, this is how it sounds. You know, together with that rolling, that's how it sounds, creating that kind of effect. And then, let me see what again. After producing that, I moved on to the portions where I wanted there to be a melody. I put in a hybrid plugin that basically played the notes as a melody. Very low. And then I added a homage to the roots, which is an ES2 effect. And then I put a facing sweeper. And you know, if you know what sweeping means, when you sweep it makes a kind of weird sound. So you have it like this. You know. So I braced it under that, you know, the sweeper kinds of blends into the whole sound. And basically that's how it ends up sounding. And then finally, before I finish, I added an effect called the electron. It's the same melody as the Cuban piano. I only put it there so that it separates the chorus portions from the verse portions, that's all. And then I also switched up the notes on the Cuban piano by making it 2 more progressions. So C3 notes join the C4 note. The song begins with the C4 note, so high keyed here. The chorus plays it for the first time, so high keyed C4. And then when it gets to the second portion of the same part of the chorus, the C3 comes in, giving it a blend. Like that. Yeah. Now for this production, I use the ES2 plugin a lot. It's a stock plugin from Apple Logic Pro X. I use it a lot. It appears in majority of all the sounds, but different. Electron is an ES2. Which one again is an ES2? The trap bass, which I'm yet to get to, is an ES2 plugin. Yeah, so more or less, yeah, you have ES2 for sweeper homage, home to the roots. You have ES2 for hybrid. Yeah, so this whole song, I used 4 plugins. I used the ES2 3 times. I used the EXS24 4 times. I used the Ultra Beat, I think, about 3 times. And then I used Drum Pro. So only 4 plugins produce these songs. And yeah, now to the last thing I added to the beat, that is the bass line. And since it's a trap song, I kind of put a weird bass line in it, and definitely I did a few things called gliding. So this is how the bass line sounds. That's how the bass line sounds. But then the progressions keep changing. The bass line rhythm you just heard, that's the chorus portion. That's how the chorus portion for the bass line sounds. When you move over to the verse, it's different. Sorry for that. So you realize that for the verses, it sounds quite different. And so after putting in a bass line and making it sound or look the way I wanted and gliding it and all the notes came to play, I had to get it beat. And basically that was it. Mixing it is also another project. We cannot talk about mixing today because it's a lot that went into mixing this song. So basically, yeah, after doing that, you have the beat. So there you have it. So basically, yeah, that is how Get It was produced. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and those who were wanted to learn something were able to also get something out of it. And subscribe, like my page, share, and let me know what's up. If there are any other things that you want me to teach or talk about, just let me know, and then I will do it if I can. Get It was produced with a BPM speed of 140. Sorry, BPM. Yeah, so basically that's it. Thanks a lot. I'm out.